I'm Erica Ash, a business financial strategist and advocate for women entrepreneurs, which led me to become the founder of FundHER, where we help women gain the necessary financial clarity and literacy to run profitable and sustainable businesses, but ones that are free from shame and embarrassment for just never have been taught all of the money stuff. Now, I didn't grow up dreaming I would be in finance, much less the financial BFF for female founders, but here I am. And this journey stemmed from scaling and then eventually selling a multi-seven-figure e-commerce brand, where for years I avoided the numbers at all costs. And I realized how expensive that avoidance really was, because profit doesn't just magically appear because you have more revenue. And I realized that my story and my beliefs that I wasn't a numbers person or I was bad at math were not unusual. I was not alone. In fact, Think of America did a study a few years ago and found nearly 82% of women entrepreneurs said that they wish they had better financial literacy, education, and mentorship when they started and throughout their business. And that number is even worse when we're looking at women of color or those from unrepresented communities. This knowledge is just not available. And that is what lit a fire under me to build this brand and get this message out into the world. And there are 5 key things that I share in this article that I wish someone had told me before I started my business. And we're talking about core habits, mindset, and strategies that actually move the needle. So the first one is, yes, gain that financial clarity. Start small with 5 key numbers that really move the needle. Become comfortable and confident with those numbers and how they move in your business and what they affect. And once you master those, then move on to adding more. You don't need to know it all at first. Start with those 5 and grow from there. The second one is paying yourself as an owner of your business is a non-negotiable. This is the number one thing that will either eat away or feed your self-confidence and your self-worth. If you feel like your business is not taking care of you via money, you're gonna burn out. And I learned this the hard way. So consistent, reliable owner pay is a non-negotiable, because you as an owner, you are not free labor. You need to treat yourself like you would any other employee or contractor that you hire. And the next one is how a simple 15-minute weekly ritual can help rebuild trust with my numbers. Now, this is my business money date, and it is truly that, a doable 15 minutes where you sit down and look at the money that came into your business and what money went out of your business and decide on what is the most aligned next money move to make. Now, this ritual broke the habit and cycle of avoidance for me, but it also just showed how I was showing up for my numbers, like my numbers in my business were showing up for me. And unlike before, where it was a rescue mission or a stressful chore, this was now a habit and a ritual that I looked forward to doing. And I do every week myself, and of course, my whole community is invited to do it every week, and we do it live as a giant worldwide co-working session. And it's a really beautiful movement. And the next one is the hard truth about delegation and why financial power should never be handed off blindly. Now, I made this mistake thinking I wasn't a numbers person and I'll let someone else do it who's better at it. But in fact, my stress did not go away when I handed that task off, because instead of it being delegation, it was actually disconnection. When it comes to delegating your numbers, have that financial clarity and that level of understanding first so you can stay opted in to that conversation. And lastly is legally separating your business and your personal money. Now, I know this seems a little simple at first look, but hear me out on this one. Fully separating your business and your personal money makes taxes easier, makes your bookkeeping cleaner, but it is more so about protecting your personal assets. Oftentimes, business owners think they have things separated when in fact they are still intertwined. And this is most commonly seen in our credit card products. And when we look at consumer credit reporting versus business credit reporting. So take the time in the beginning to go through a detailed checklist and make sure that line in the sand is clearly drawn between your business as a full separate entity and you and all of your assets. So everything stays safe and separated. Now, for me, this is more than just spreadsheets and numbers. This is about agency, peace, and honestly, passing down a legacy, and a legacy that has the puzzle piece put into it that includes financial fluency. I hope to see that women of this generation in this lifetime are passing down this financial fluency to their daughters, to their nieces, to their granddaughters. This can be an element of our inheritance. We can now change that ripple cycle of women coming after us to have that financial fluency as a part of that base operating system that they get as a child. I feel like we have that power and we have that opportunity now to change that. And that's what I'm here to do.